Oh, yeah. Welcome to Wrestling Uncensored. I'm Dave Simon. He's Johnny North. RingsideReport.net is the website. Go there. Check out all our stuff. We've got Ringside Report MMA. We've got Dave and Johnny Live. We previewed the NXT UK versus NXT Worlds Collide show on Dave and Johnny Live. We also talked about the NWA Hard Times pay-per-view. So a lot of pro wrestling covered on Dave and Johnny Live, stuff that we can't cover on Wrestling Uncensored, where we focus on the WWE and AEW. There's so much to get to. There's so much pro wrestling. We watch hours and hours of this stuff, and we try to recap it for you here every single week in a 1-hour format. We do the show on YouTube. We do the show on the radio. We do the show on podcast. This show is available anywhere on your Google speaker, on iTunes, at ringsidereport.net. You can watch us on YouTube. I know a lot of you are watching us right now. Hey, everybody watching us. And hey, everybody listening. If you want more info on everything that we do, including the Royal Rumble watch-along, Johnny and I will be here watching the Rumble live on YouTube with you. That'll be YouTube exclusive, and that'll be available on our website, right on the front page, on Rumble night, ringsidereport.net. Ringsidereport.net got you covered for everything. MMA, UFC, Bellator, WWE, NXT, AEW, everything.
I enjoy listening to the show on my Alexa, actually.
Oh, your Alexa. I listen to it on my Google Play.
It's fun.
Smart speakers. We're everywhere, okay? We're in your home, on your speakers. And we are here, of course, it's the Rumble weekend. It is time for the Royal Rumble. We are here to preview the Rumble. We are here to give you our predictions for who will win the Royal Rumble, both the men's and women's Rumble matches. 2 30-person over-the-top rope battle royals, where the winners will get a shot at a champion of their choice at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar in the men's Rumble match. He is the WWE champion, and he is entering at number 1. Something that just crossed my mind, Johnny North. Brock Lesnar, WWE champion, entering at number 1. Is there any chance that Brock Lesnar wins the Royal Rumble and goes on to challenge the Universal Champion to an undisputed title match at WrestleMania?
Well, Brock is like the second favorite to win the Rumble, so it's definitely not impossible. I think Brock's going to have the best showing, clearly, in this Rumble. But I still think Roman Reigns, who is the odds-on favorite to win the Rumble, is going to win the Royal Rumble this Sunday.
So there are betting odds out. Roman Reigns is the favorite to win this whole thing. Brock Lesnar, number 2 on that list. I think Brock Lesnar is my favorite to win the Royal Rumble. I think Brock Lesnar will win the Royal Rumble. I'd say Roman, though, would be my number 2 pick. You know, I would flip that around as far as the betting odds. I see why they're the number 1 and 2 picks to win the Rumble. It's really between Brock and Roman. I think at this point, most of the story of the Rumble has been around Brock Lesnar, but Roman Reigns, you know, he's got this big match coming up against King Corbin, right? It's another match, one-on-one. It'll be Roman versus King Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match. I think Roman gets done with that. The Fiend has a match with Daniel Bryan. I think The Fiend will retain the Universal title, and we've been saying it for months now. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus The Fiend for the Universal title at WrestleMania. It's happening. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe us or not, that is the match that's happening. It seems obvious that they are building towards Roman Reigns being the one to conquer The Fiend. The Fiend has been beating everybody. Roman Reigns is the Superman. He's the John Cena. He's the Hulk Hogan of the WWE in 2020. And he is the man to defeat The Fiend, stop his reign of terror after The Fiend takes out, you know, all the guys he's taken out, Seth Rollins, The Miz, Daniel Bryan. He will be stopped when he goes up against the big dog, Roman Reigns, because, of course, we all know it is his yard. And then Roman Reigns, who reminds us that he never lost the Universal Championship. That championship was given up by Roman Reigns when he had to leave the company to go deal with his leukemia. Never actually lost the championship, so it would come full circle and would make a whole lot of sense for Roman Reigns to be the guy to go up against The Fiend at WrestleMania. So for him to win the Royal Rumble would set that up very nicely, and it would make a lot of sense. However, Roman Reigns has won the Royal Rumble before, and the fans didn't like that. And the WWE needs to get people to like Roman Reigns. And I think that going into the Rumble with Roman Reigns as the favorite and everybody kind of expecting him to win this thing, him or Brock, right? If Roman does win this thing and the WWE gives us the predictable, I think people will be upset and will boo Roman Reigns, and that will not be what the WWE is looking to get as far as reaction to their top star winning one of the biggest matches of the year. Right? That's not what they want to see after a Roman Reigns Rumble win, is a whole crowd booing him out of the building. So I don't know if it's a good move to have Roman win this thing when everybody kind of expects him to do it. I think it would be a better move, and it would build more sympathy if he doesn't win and then has to go on a journey over the next couple of months where he has to win a match, maybe win an Elimination Chamber #1 contenders match, a series of matches, a series of obstacles, so that once he gets to WrestleMania against The Fiend, he's really conquering all the demons, and he's fought to get there, and he's got sympathy, and he's not this over-pushed, shoved down your throat Superman type, you know? Because then you're going into WrestleMania like, yeah, of course Roman's going to win. And, you know, it's Roman. He won the Rumble. He's beaten everybody. Clearly Roman's going to beat The Fiend. If you give him the Rumble win, that's what you think. If you don't give him the Rumble win and you kind of have him, you know, defy the odds, there'll be some doubt in people's minds going into that match against The Fiend, because The Fiend will be booked so strong and Roman will be kind of up and down. So I think it's way smarter for the WWE to have Roman Reigns not win the Rumble. If you're going to go with one of the predictable choices, which I think they will be going with, I think Brock Lesnar makes a lot more sense, because you're going to get heat with Brock. The crowd is going to boo Brock Lesnar winning the Rumble, and that is your desired reaction. That's what you want them to do. Brock is a heel. You want them to boo. So if Roman wins, they boo. He's a babyface. You don't want that. If Brock wins, they boo. He's a heel. That's good. So to me, the answer is clear. Brock Lesnar should win the Royal Rumble. I think the whole thing has been built around Brock. I don't think he's ever won one, right?
Yeah, he did, 2003.
Oh, he's won one before.
Yeah.
2003 is a long time ago, man. Let him win another one. I think it'll probably be the longest stretch between Rumble victories ever.
Batista's up there too, but yeah. Definitely not as long.
Not as long.
No,
17 years?
It's long, yeah.
It's pretty crazy. So I'd say give it to Big Brock. This whole thing's been about Brock. Heyman keeps saying, you know, Brock's going to win. It's a spoiler. I think there are ways to have Brock win the Rumble and not have him be that active in the actual match. I think Brock comes in, he eliminates 4 or 5 guys, and then some strong guys come in like Roman and Big Show or something like that. They team up on Brock. They toss him out of the ring, not over the top rope, just out of the ring. They put him through a table. They leave him laying for like 20 minutes. Brock comes back like a zombie, beats everybody up at the end, Suplex City, tosses people out of the ring. It's maybe Brock and Roman and somebody else they're trying to push from NXT at the end, like a Keith Lee, and then Brock winds up the winner. Everybody goes home mad. Typical WWE pay-per-view.
It's not impossible. I mean, it's the second pick for a reason, right? A lot of people believe in Brock because Brock usually wins. It makes a lot of sense. However, I think this is the perfect opportunity to rebuild Roman Reigns, and I think they should do it right now. Roman Reigns always comes in the runner-up in the Rumble, like for the last couple of years. Give it to him this time.
He's won one already,
Okay.
not long ago.
A lot of people win too.
But you think Roman Reigns needs to be rebuilt?
He lost to Baron
because
Corbin.
people are not believing that Roman Reigns can win these big matches? Really? You think you need to rebuild Roman Reigns?
Yeah, he lost to Baron Corbin twice. All that dog food crap that got poured on him, like, it's pretty bad. And he might lose this Sunday too in that match. I wouldn't be surprised. And I wouldn't be surprised if he fused with Baron all the way going into WrestleMania. It's been a huge comeback story for Roman.
So you think he loses to Baron Corbin, then goes on to win the Royal Rumble?
I'd rather book him actually to win both matches, but maybe that's too strong, right?
I think winning the Rumble's too strong.
Right.
It's too much, you know? I've said it before, you know, the wrestling fans' hopes are highest at the Rumble. Everybody goes into the Royal Rumble thinking, maybe this is the year that my favorite wrestler is going to win this thing, and he's going to go to WrestleMania, and he's going to be the champion, and everything's going to be cool in wrestling because my favorite wrestler is going to do everything, right?
If your favorite wrestler is like Zack Ryder, you're never going to make it. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
well, some people are still believing Johnny North, okay? Wrestling fans, you know, they
He's
believe
not even
a lot
in the
of
Rumble, is
Don't worry about it, John. Don't worry about it. He's not officially in the Rumble, and that's something that we have to get to. So we got to the winners, right? I think Brock's going to win. You think Roman's going to win. Agree to disagree, John. We'll find out on Sunday. You want to make a bet? You want to bet a dozen bagels? We do that on Ringside Report MMA.
You really want those bagels.
Well, nobody gives me bagels. I keep winning dozens of bagels, and no one ever actually shows up with my bagels, AJ.
February 8th, you're waiting for bagels. So
yeah, when John Jones wins, that'll be easy. Easy bagel, baby. All right, so I've got Brock, you've got Roman. We've got no bagel on the line.
It'll be fun, though. I hope really it comes down to Brock and Roman. It'll be a lot of fun.
I think it will.
Very good chance.
Right?
I mean, it makes sense.
It should. Now, let's look at the list of guys that are in this men's Rumble match, and we're going to have 5 people to put in this thing because there are 25 people announced. 5 more people we can toss in this thing, okay?
Easy.
And I'm going to give you, let's just go yes or no. Do they have a shot in hell of winning the Royal Rumble as I go down this list, okay? Roman, yes.
Of course.
Brock.
Yeah, he's up there.
AJ Styles.
No.
Eric Rowan. No. Randy Orton.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I would have said yes. Today, I would say no.
Oh, Randy's always there.
No.
I'd say he's there.
No. Rey Mysterio.
No.
No. Ricochet. No. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
I'd say no.
Okay.
Elias. No.
No.
King Corbin.
No.
Okay, I'd say no. Dolph Ziggler. No. Otis. No.
Nope.
Tucker. Definitely not.
I can't believe they're in the Rumble. Wow.
Otis, no. Tucker, maybe. Tucker, no.
Dark horse.
Yeah, why are they in the Rumble? Why are the heavy machines in the Rumble?
Big push.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love Otis. Rusev?
No.
No.
Sorry.
You thought Rusev was going to wrestle Brock on this pay-per-view, John.
He will.
You were telling me for months he was going to wrestle
gonna
Brock
happen.
for the title, John.
Well, if you think about it,
Wrong
he could.
again.
He
Wrong.
wins the match.
Big wrong John.
He's wrestling.
That's what I'm going to start calling
Brock.
you on this show. You're always wrong.
He's wrestling Brock.
Big wrong John.
It still works. It's still good.
Wrong John Silver. All right. Bobby Lashley. No.
No.
Aleister Black. No.
No.
Buttle Murphy. No.
Oh.
Braun Lee Strowman. No.
Unfortunately, no. But he should be up
Shinsuke Nakamura. No.
there. No.
Seth Rollins.
No.
I'd say he's got no chance.
And he won last year, too.
Kevin Owens.
I say yes.
I'd say no.
That's,
I'd say he's got no chance.
I'm very upset right now.
Samoan Joe. No.
No.
Kofi Kingston. No.
Sadly, no.
Would be nice, though.
Sadly, no.
And then he challenges the Fiend and is like, oh, it's Kofi? It's not Roman? Like, Kofi's revenge?
if he gets a moment
He
with,
never got a rematch for the WWE title that he lost.
if he gets a moment with Brock, that'll be a victory in itself.
He's not winning.
No, of course not. He's just there for the spot.
Wouldn't it be amazing if he eliminates Brock from the Rumble?
It'd be great.
That'd be great. Big E. No.
No.
R-Truth. Definitely not.
I thought R-Truth withdrew from the Rumble.
Apparently, it was announced on the 22nd of January on WWE's Instagram that he's back in the Rumble. He lost the 24/7 title. He needs something.
Okay.
Mojo's got that title now, and it's a different gimmick with Mojo. Mojo's a 24/7 champion, and guys try to roll him up. The Singh brothers try to do it on Raw this week, and he's like not having it, and he just beat them up. I like that. I like that the 24/7 title is now held by a guy who's like beating up the other jobbers. He's like king of the job squad, you know?
Yeah, but before he was like just another whatever guy, and now he's like super strong. It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Well, he's just stronger than the Singh brothers and R-Truth so far. Like, doesn't mean he's super strong. He's not beating Kevin Owens, right?
Okay, yeah, you're right. Sure, but
he's just beating the guys that are going for the 24/7 title, who are all basically part of the job mob.
okay, yeah, that's fair, I guess.
Right?
For now, it's fine, but once he starts beating like top tier guys, then it's like, well,
It's not going to happen.
I hope not.
It's just going to be when the job mob attacks. You know, when No Way Jose attacks him, he's going to beat up No Way Jose. When Eric Young shows up, he's going to beat up Eric Young. You know, it's not like when Seth Rollins shows up, he's going to try and wrestle for the 24/7 title. You know, it doesn't make sense. Come on, John. Keep up, John. Keep up with what's going on in WWE. It's really, really not that complicated. So let's try and figure out what else is going on in the Rumble, because there are 25 men announced. You gave way more people shots at winning this thing than I did. You gave Randy Orton a shot at winning. You gave King Corbin a shot at winning, I think.
No, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre a shot at winning.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens a shot at winning. And, of course, Brock and Roman. I only gave Brock and Roman a shot at winning. I don't think anybody else has a shot other than Brock and Roman, unless a surprise entrant shows up. Now, there are 5 spots where we could have a surprise entry in the Royal Rumble. Who could we see? There are rumors. Of course, Edge has been rumored to be making a comeback to pro wrestling. He retired several years ago due to injury, a neck injury. He's been seen in incredible shape. He keeps denying the rumors, but the rumors persist, which makes me believe that Edge is going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Or the next night on Raw.
Yeah. I think the Rumble. I think he'll be a big surprise entrant. That'll be fun to see Edge return, and it'll set up some sort of match for WrestleMania. Like something will happen in the Rumble with Edge and somebody else in the Rumble to set up a match for Mania.
Possibly, but he's not winning, so I wouldn't get excited for it.
And Daniel Bryan won't be in the Royal Rumble?
Well, it's not impossible.
Because I want to see Edge wrestle Daniel Bryan, but I don't think they're going to do that.
Probably not. The alignments don't make a lot of sense.
It would be sweet. Just match-wise, you know? Daniel Bryan is wrestling The Fiend for the Universal Championship in a strap match. You know about strap matches. You just had one like a month and a half ago.
It's fun because you can't win by pinfall or submission. No countouts either. It's no DQ. Anything goes.
And is this going to be a strap match where they're just tied together and it's pinfall or submission, or you have to touch the 4 corners?
I think it's touched the 4 corners.
Have they announced that yet, though? Have they said 4 corners?
I think they made mention of that when Daniel Bryan brought it up.
Well, Daniel Bryan's wrestling The Fiend, so I don't expect him to be in the Royal Rumble. The Fiend either, right? The Fiend's definitely not going to be in the Rumble.
Also, this kind of match takes a lot of planning to put this kind of together.
And it's like supposed to be a very violent match, you know, so it wouldn't make sense for him to show up in the Rumble. So I guess Daniel Bryan won't be one of the 5 mystery entrants, and he won't win the Rumble this year. And he won't win the Universal title because The Fiend will definitely retain.
Daniel Bryan's never won the Rumble, right?
Nope.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, well, maybe next year.
Yeah, we'll see if he's still around.
Why wouldn't he be? He'll be fine. Come on, John. What are you talking about?
You never know what can happen.
What's the matter with you, John? Well, that's why they should give him everything right now, because he's the best thing going now. Why wait till next year? But hey, that's another story for another day. By the way, congratulations to Daniel Bryan. He got a new T-shirt made with entirely recycled plastic. The only guy on the WWE roster to do it. He didn't want to sell T-shirts for the WWE because he didn't want to contribute to the waste of the environment, and he convinced the WWE to make a shirt for him made entirely out of recycled water bottles. I think that is a great move. Congratulations, Daniel Bryan, for getting them to do that. Now, I think it's time to take it a step further and make every single T-shirt that the WWE has made of recycled materials, recycle water bottles, whatever you want to do. I don't understand why, if you can do it with a Daniel Bryan shirt, you can't do it with all your shirts, but that's another subject. Let's get a little political, John, and we're not going to do that here on the show. I'm just saying it's something Daniel Bryan wanted to accomplish, and I was on WWE Shop just browsing, and I saw the new Daniel Bryan shirt entirely made of recycled plastic. He is the Planet's champion. He's my champion. He's forever my champion in my heart. He's the man. As far as I'm concerned, he's the #1 guy in the WWE. He should be beating The Fiend. He should be beating everybody. I think he's the best wrestler in the world today. But, hey, that's just my opinion.
Well, if the shirt sells, then
I want to buy it.
Okay.
Just out of respect.
All right. Well, if it sells
Hey, you'll
enough,
see me here on the show wearing the shirt, the Daniel Bryan shirt.
Cool.
With the yes and the trees. It's nice.
I'm sure he'd appreciate that, but will they do that for others? It's got to sell for that to happen.
Well, no, that's not true, John. It's not about selling, doing it for no, that's not.
WWE doesn't make it so that because it's popular, they don't make more
Well,
stuff.
how about caring about your carbon footprint? How about caring about the environment and not trying to destroy the planet a little bit, John? How about that? How about environment and the planet over money?
Oh, I don't know about
How
that.
dare you?
WWE doesn't think that way. I don't think so.
Well, I think everybody should probably think that way at this point. But that's another story for another day, John. You probably don't think that way, and that's why we're in the state that we're in, because of people like Johnny North.
Yeah, I'm killing the world, yes.
You're not helping. You're not helping. Daniel Bryan's helping, and the Fiend's not helping, that's for sure, because he thinks the earth is flat. So what does he know about anything? The Fiend is completely out to lunch. Bo Rotunda, what does he know? He's a total jabroni, but unfortunately he's going to beat the great Daniel Bryan coming up at the Rumble. So who's going to be the mystery people here? Edge? I'm going to say Edge. I'm going to say Edge is going to be in the Rumble, okay? So he's the 26th man. Give me 27, 28, 29, and 30.
So Keith Lee, I think, is going to be one.
Bask in his glory. Keith Lee, the new NXT North American champion, beating Roderick Strong in the main event of NXT this week to take that championship. I don't know if Keith Lee's going to be in the Rumble. I'm going to say he's not even going to be in the Rumble, despite the fact that CM Punk on WWE Backstage picked him to win the Rumble. I don't think he's going to win the Rumble. I don't even think he's going to be in it. Keith Lee won the North American title. That's enough. That's what you get, Keith Lee.
Wow.
I don't think Keith Lee's going to be in it. I think Matt Riddle's going to be in it. I think Walter's going to be in it. I think those guys are more likely. Adam Cole, I think, is more likely than Keith Lee.
Okay. Well, you got 4 of my picks right there, but okay.
So you're just filling this thing with NXT people?
That's all you need to do. Maybe one surprise legend from the past.
I think we're going to get Booker T and we're going to get Edge.
Well, Booker T would be my one.
I'd like to see The Undertaker, but I'd really like to see John Cena.
I'd love to see Undertaker as well, but I don't know if they're going to do that because, is he going to win this? Probably not.
I think if he's in it, he's winning, but I don't think he's going to be in it.
So that's the unfortunate part. So, yeah. Booker T, yeah, Booker T's in it.
I'd like to see John Cena in it, come in at number 30, eliminate Brock, face Brock at Mania. John Cena, 16-time world champion. Can he get that 17th title? Find out at WrestleMania. John Cena, Brock Lesnar, once in a lifetime. WWE title on the line. You can't tell me that's not a marquee match. You can't tell me that's not the biggest match that they could put together at WrestleMania for Brock Lesnar outside of getting Dwayne to show up.
Well, I think Cain Velasquez apparently is in this Rumble.
Oh, yeah, I think Cain Velasquez is going to be in it. Is it going to be Cain Velasquez against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? Does Cain come back, get revenge, eliminate Brock from the Rumble, and then he goes on to face Brock at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship? Are we going to have a rematch from Saudi Arabia?
So I guess Adam Cole, you're out. I'm putting Cain Velasquez in because Cain's going to be
That's a
in
possibility. Cain Velasquez is the wild card. You never know with Cain Velasquez and what they're going to do, but Cain Velasquez had knee surgery in the summer. Is he ready to come back?
Not even the summer. It was in the fall, no?
Yeah.
It was right after the match with Brock.
Yeah, it was not that long ago.
Yeah, but people come back from injuries. Remember John Cena when he came back, and I think it was, 2008?
Cain Velasquez is not John Cena.
He's still a great athlete, though, as you know.
Yeah, but John Cena's got superhuman recovery powers. It's like Wolverine. It's crazy. I don't know about Cain Velasquez and his knee, but if he is healthy, then he'd be very useful for the WWE around WrestleMania season. Him and Brock in a rematch is big, but, you know, the WWE is going to Saudi Arabia, and the last time they went there, that's when Kane Brock 1 happened. So, Kane Brock 2? Are they going to Saudi Arabia, though, still?
February 27th, I think.
Are you sure about that? I'm looking at the schedule, and I'm not seeing it.
Well, you can look it up, because right now they don't have any other pay-per-view scheduled for February. And WWE not having a pay-per-view in February, like in a month, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, yes, there's a takeover, but there's definitely, I think, going to be a pay-per-view. So I think Saudi Arabia, that's the next one.
Yeah, it is scheduled for February, technically. And Kane?
Oh, yeah, isn't Kane supposed to be in the Rumble, too? Wow, we got
Kane, Big Show, too. Big Show's not officially in the thing, but you would assume he'd show up, so...
Goodbye, NXT guys.
I don't think NXT guys are going to show up, like maybe 1 or 2.
Goodbye, Matt.
Yeah, I don't think Keith Lee is going to do it.
I'll keep Keith Lee, but everyone else you're out.
And apparently in the Saudi Arabia show that is happening in February, that is official, they're advertising in Saudi Arabia a Kane versus Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, Universal title match.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, Kane was on SmackDown, had that interaction, and with Daniel Bryan wrestling, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Now Undertaker should really be in the Rumble.
And it might be an Inferno match? Apparently it's going to be an Inferno match. February 20th. Thursday, February 20th. It looks like it's going to be Saudi Arabia. Kane versus... But now there are rumors. Like, it's not even clear what date this is actually going to be on. People are saying the 20th, and then other people are saying the 27th.
I heard 27.
A lot of mystery with this Saudi Arabia show, but apparently in Saudi Arabia, they're announcing that Kane is going to wrestle The Fiend in an Inferno match for the Universal title. So they're spoiling the Royal Rumble on local ads in Saudi Arabia.
Spoiling.
Very strange.
Wow, like The Fiend's going to retain the title. Like, that's not that big of a spoiler.
It's not a big spoiler. The fact that people over here can't quite figure out if it's the 20th or 27th is kind of weird.
Well, I'm sure they don't know. That's the problem, too.
Because I'm looking at the official WWE schedule here and what they have going on after the Rumble. The only thing I have here is NXT TakeOver Portland, February 16th, the Elimination Chamber on March the 8th, and then WrestleMania on April 5th. So... as far as I know, the WWE doesn't have any pay-per-view scheduled for February, but it looks like they're going to make a surprise visit to Saudi Arabia that they're not telling anybody about.
Hopefully
Super
it's a good
weird.
show. I really hope it's going to be a good show, not one of these like thrown together last minute. Oh, by the way, we're doing a pay-per-view like this week.
But will Cain Velasquez be on it against Brock? Do they do that then? Like if Cain wins the Rumble.
No, you do that at WrestleMania.
Well, that's it. You can't do it in Saudi Arabia. Maybe Cain doesn't win the Rumble and you do
a tag match.
I guess so. You could do like some sort of setup. Rey Mysterio and Cain Velasquez against Brock and... Wait, who's Brock's tag team partner? Shelton Benjamin.
Andrade?
Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, yeah, makes more sense.
Andrade doesn't make sense. Like, Brock needs to have somebody there that you could see Brock with. Otherwise, he's just going to wind up suplexing Andrade. You know how Brock is.
Yeah, well, even Shelton I'd be worried about.
You think Brock's scared of Ricochet?
Oh, I think it just goes to show you
What was that?
Brock's lazy sometimes. Didn't want to beat him up, just kick him in the nuts and, like, get on my face.
Yeah, so Brock's on Raw. You know, Heyman does his usual promos telling you Brock's going to win the Rumble and says that nobody's worthy of facing Brock. And then Ricochet shows up and he's like, I want to fight you now. And then Brock goes to leave. And then Ricochet's like, what are you, scared? And then Brock, like, gets in his face, kicks him with a low blow. And then he grabs the mic and he's like, not scared, and then he walked away. It was very weird. It wasn't good. It was just like, what? Okay.
Well,
Brock's going to be in the Rumble on Sunday, everybody. It's like, that's really all it was. Just a reminder that Brock Lesnar is a WWE champion, and he's going to be in the Rumble.
And they gave Ricochet a big moment. Gave him some mic time that you don't usually see.
He got some FaceTime with Brock. And then he got kicked low and made to look like a total jabroni.
But I think he's going to have a moment where he's probably going to get a good shine on Brock in the Rumble. So,
yeah,
in the end, I think this is worth it.
I think he's going to be the number 2 entrant in the Rumble.
Maybe on number 2, but like I think Brock's just going to eliminate the first couple of guys easily. But I think once it gets to Ricochet, that's where it's like, oh, there's going to be a bit of a stop here. Brock can't eliminate him right away. I think.
So who's number 2 if you don't think it's Rico? I'm going to say Ricochet is going to be number 2. Who's going to be that first guy to face off with Brock? How about Roman? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Well, honestly,
like that would be cool, right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking something like Kofi or something would be really cool. Yeah,
Kofi would be good too. Yeah, maybe not Ricochet. Maybe somebody bigger, So it's like, whoa, they get 2 minutes in there with Brock or 90 seconds or whatever. Right. What are the intervals going to be?
Probably 2 minutes, I guess. Maybe
sometimes it's 90 seconds.
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter. All right, we have to take a short pause here on the radio side. When we come back, we will preview the Women's Royal Rumble. Who is winning that thing, and who's going to be in it? Because there are 25 men announced for the Men's Rumble, and only 5 women announced for the Women's Rumble. So we're going to try to figure out who the 25 other people will be in the Women's Royal Rumble match. It is our Royal Rumble preview. We also have some new champions in AEW, the first ever title change history made on the Jericho Cruise in AEW this week. We'll get to that when we come back. It's Wrestling Uncensored. Stay with us. You know what I'm saying?
Gassy.
You know what I'm saying? It's time for a commercial break time. Commercial break time. Oh, yeah, look at that. Skrilla Villa. Yeah. We're doing it. We're doing it big, John. You ready for the commercial?
Wait a minute. People are tweeting me, so I'm just going to pay attention to that.
Why are you paying attention to that? Why don't you pay attention to the show that you're doing currently? The hell's the matter with you?
No, it's a commercial break. I don't have to pay attention. Some people are talking about me flexing. Yeah.
On Dave and Johnny Live.
Wasn't flexing, but thank you.
Yeah, well, you're jacked, baby. You're looking real jacked.
Well, I told you I was going to the gym twice a day, so yeah.
Did you notice the little set here that we have in front of us? You got old Brock Lesnar, my pick to win the Rumble. You got old Shayna Baszler, my pick to win the Women's Rumble. You got old Fiendy here, old Bray, and then old Daniel Bryan action because they're wrestling each other. It's a themed decor on the show.
There's a title.
There's a title here. And there's me, damn it. I'm here too. I'm Vince McMahon. Don't ask me about what happened at Rocky Johnson's funeral. I was acting a fool, okay? Don't worry about it. I can do whatever I want. I'm the chairman, damn it.
I like how it's old school Vince, too. It's like 97 Vince.
Raw is war, Vince, damn it. I still got black hair. I'm still just an announcer. I'm not even Mr. McMahon yet. Yeah, this is an old action figure.
Oh, it's great condition for an old action figure.
Yeah, it looks good, eh? Vince, baby. WWF logo here. Look at that.
Fantastic, yeah.
It's a nice action figure. I got JR somewhere here too. Or is this man gonna show up? Is this man gonna show up? Oh, it's the dead man, the Undertaker, Ministry Taker. See that? This is old too. Good condition for an old one. Look at that guy.
It's pretty good.
That's like from '97 or something.
Do you have like his cloak too that came with it? Or?
No, I don't think the cloak came with this one.
Oh, that's too bad.
It was just
still
that.
Cool.
Yeah, this is like a. Let's see. What does it say? 1997 Jax Titan Sports. Old school, baby.
Second to last year, I think, for Titan Sports.
Oh yeah.
I think it folded in '98, or they changed it or whatever. Just became WWE.
Let's talk to you about our friends over at Ipvanish. Now until January 31st, you can get the perfect privacy pair for even less. Protect everything. Protect all of your devices from internet connection to your files with Ipvanish and the Sugar Sync bundle. Save up to 66% on Ipvanish VPN with this limited time discount. Now, you get 2 years of VPN Plus secure storage for $4.12 per month. This offer will end January 31st, so act now. What you got to do is you go to vpn.ringsidereport.net, vpn.ringsidereport.net. You sign up for Ipvanish. Protect yourself on the internet. Use the internet as if you're using it from your server's location. Don't get hacked. Don't get spied upon. You need Ipvanish to protect yourself. Are you using public Wi-Fi? Are you on hotspots? You need Ipvanish on your device. Otherwise, somebody could creep into your phone, find all your information, and then it's no bueno. Just ask, certain WWE superstars. That's happened to them. If they had Ipvanish, none of this would have happened to them. It would have been totally fine. But unfortunately, they got hacked. Don't get hacked. Use Ipvanish, vpn.ringsidereport.net. Go there right now.
Weren't you concerned for AJ getting hacked or something? Like
AJ is gonna get hacked, but he needs to get Ipvanish. I think he got it. I think he finally got it, so he won't be hacked now. He'll be all right.
Are you targeting him or something? Like,
yeah, of course. I send my Russian bots after AJ every day. I mean, I have Russian bots. I'm hacking you.
It's good to know.
Yeah, you're being hacked by me.
I got no videos though, so it's okay.
That's not true. I don't have Russian bots. I've not been hacked. I don't know how to hack people. I don't know anything about hacking.
But there are.
I'm not that good at computers. I'm just a wrestling guy.
There are AJ videos, though, apparently.
AJ said that there are videos of him doing sex acts. Yes, he did say that. But I don't think he meant it. I think it was a joke, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Good.
I talked about my porno name on Irreparable Damage this week, which you can check out at irreparabledamageshow.com.
Is it clean?
My porno name?
Yeah.
No, it's super offensive. It's Guy Fox.
That's terrible.
You know Guy Fox?
That's horrible.
You know, like V for Vendetta? Yeah, so my porno name is... I'm saying it off mic, so it's not that offensive.
Yeah, like no one can hear it.
It's Guy Fox.
Yeah, I heard it the first time. You have to say it twice.
It's funny, no?
No, it's not funny.
You're laughing,
I'm
though.
offended. Like.
Why? I'm a porno actor. I'm buck naked, like George Costanza.
See, the way he said it was funny. The way you said it was very harsh. Like, so rough.
Oh, it's a good one. Guy. It's just straight to the point, too. What's that guy do? Oh, well, he...
I imagine it's been
Guy
used.
F's.
I imagine it's been used before. Though,
you think?
too.
I think that's pretty original, man. I don't know. I think I came up with that. I think that's a good one. It's a comedic porno name. I don't actually do pornos, but if I did, my porno name would be Guy Fox.
Fantastic. Great.
All right. Let's talk to you about our friends over at Stitcher. At the Ringside Report Network here, we've been producing podcasts for a while, and many of you have been using Stitcher to stream or download our shows, Wrestling Uncensored, Ringside Report MMA. Now, Stitcher offering you the Ringside Report universe as part of their sponsorship of our work, a special offer on the premium version of their service. Now, besides all of our podcasts, you can listen to over 100,000 podcasts on your iPhone, Android, tablet, PC, Amazon Echo device, or in your car, on demand, ad-free with Stitcher Premium. They've got the Joe Rogan Experience, Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, Grillin' JR, The Mark Maron Show, MMA Fighting. You get access to Stitcher Originals, bonus episodes, comedy albums, and much more. It's just $34.99 a year, $4.99 a month. You go to Stitcher.com/premium right now. Stitcher.com/premium. You use the promo code RINGSIDE to sign up today for a free month of Stitcher Premium. That's Stitcher.com/premium. Promo code RINGSIDE to sign up for a free month of Stitcher Premium. Sign up today.
Podcasts are fantastic. There's no question about it. I think I listen to podcasts more than I watch television now.
I love it.
It's really good.
Podcasts are the best. Podcasts, we're killing it. We're killing the podcast game, Johnny North. We are the #1 pro wrestling podcast in the universe.
The Ringside Report universe? Yes.
No, the whole world. The whole universe. We are #1. We're the only guys that tell you how we really feel about wrestling. Nobody else is giving you the straight truth of how they actually feel about wrestling. Everybody's kind of tiptoeing around their opinions.
Oh, it's too bad if they do.
You know it is. Everybody's trying to angle. Everybody's trying to get a job. Everybody's trying to do this or that. We're not trying to do any of that. We are shooting with you each and every week on this show. We are the only show that is a straight shoot on what we think about the wrestling business. Everybody else is working a little bit to a certain extent. Some more than others.
It lives up to the name of the show.
It's uncensored. Not because we're swearing on the show, but because we are giving you our uncensored opinions on professional wrestling.
It all makes sense now.
See, now I get it.
Yeah.
475 episodes later, we finally figured out why it's called Wrestling Uncensored. Isn't that crazy? This is episode 475, is it not?
Roughly. I mean, some people would count other shows that weren't Wrestling Uncensored, right?
Aw, John. What the hell is your problem, man? Why can't you just say, yes, it is, because last week was 474? Have you not seen the titles of the show? Do you not know where we are? You were the one who was telling me last week, oh, 500's coming up real soon. You got to come up with something we're going to do. What are we going to do for 500? I said, why don't you come up with something to do for 500? You said, oh, I don't know. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe you should come up with something. I was like, what the hell, John? Why don't you come up with something? You coming up with ideas?
I didn't say that.
You're the one telling me that 500 is coming up soon. So you would think that you would know that this is episode 475 of the show. But you're arguing even that with me because you're just a contrarian. You don't actually want to give your real opinion or any kind of fact. You just want to argue whatever facts that I'm telling you.
No, but the fact is that we had the pre-show too, right? And sometimes you counted the pre-show as part of the episode, and sometimes it was not counted as part of the episode.
But it wasn't a separate episode of Wrestling Uncensored.
Sometimes it was tied in, sometimes it wasn't, though.
But we never gave it a separate number episode of Wrestling Uncensored.
Okay, fair enough.
How dare you?
We still
Why are you arguing with me about this?
Just
what
saying,
is the matter with you?
we have episodes out there. More content. There's so much content out there that we've done over the years.
That I've done.
Well, I was there too, so.
Yeah, well, I've done more, so deal with it.
Okay, good for you.
We're fighting after the show, John.
You threw away the boxing gloves, so.
Oh, go get them. Go get them. Let's put them on. Let's put on the boxing gloves. I just bought a second pair of boxing gloves, so now we can just have boxing matches here.
I imagine they're kind of small, though.
I'm starting a fight league. It's called 4 a.m. Street Fights.
You've talked about this before, and this never
No. It was a different idea. This is a new idea. I'm just going to set up fights at 4 a.m. and film them. I'm going to have two guys in boxing gloves. They're going to do kickboxing matches at 4 a.m.
They're not going to be drunk anymore, like.
No. That was a different idea, John.
Right.
Come on, I got a lot of different ideas, man. I'm an idea machine. All right, let's get back to the show. Okay? You ready?
I'm good.
Are you prepared? I'm prepared. Oh, yeah. Welcome back. It is Wrestling Uncensored. I'm Dave Simon. He's Johnny North. Wrestling Uncensored is the show. RingsideReport.net is the website. You want to go there. Ringside Report MMA is there. Wrestling Uncensored is there. Dave and Johnny Live is there. The YouTube exclusive show. We talk pro wrestling on that. Speaking of YouTube exclusives, we will be live on YouTube coming up this Sunday during the Royal Rumble. So during the Rumble, watch our show. Watch us. It's a live watch along available on our website. It'll be the top video there on the front page on Rumble night. When the Rumble's on, you tune in, you go to ringsidereport.net, you click play on the video, and you'll see Johnny and I watching the Royal Rumble, talking about it live with you. You get our live reactions of the Royal Rumble, just like you got our live reactions from the Conor McGregor fight when he knocked out Donald Cerrone in 40 seconds. I was on YouTube for a live watch along. AJ was there. My brother was there. It was a good time. We were partying. We were drinking whiskey. It was a good time. And we're going to have another good time on Sunday for the Rumble. Johnny North won't be drinking whiskey, though. Johnny doesn't drink whiskey.
No, I do not. But I'll drink a lot of water. Water is fantastic. Drink water, people.
Oh, Johnny's so much fun. Johnny is such a party.
Water's good for you. You're made of it. You know that?
Oh, my God. See? Party, this guy. Barrels of fun.
I think so. Always bring the violence on Sundays too. So yeah.
Okay, John. let's talk about the Women's Royal Rumble match. It is currently filled with 5 people. There are 5 people announced for this thing. Charlotte Flair, the Queen, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Sarah Logan, and Natalya.
You know, I'm starting to feel like this should be the main event, actually, because there's more of a surprise for this, because we don't know who's going to be in this. So everyone who comes out, it's like, who's this going to be? It's going to be interesting.
But when it's like Dana Brooke, do you care?
But maybe it's Michelle McCool. Maybe it's Lita.
Maybe it's Lacey Evans. Maybe it's Sasha Banks.
Well, Lacey Evans is in a title match, so I don't know if Lacey Evans is going to be in this.
Right. Lacey is wrestling Bayley
for the championship.
Lacey kept getting announced to wrestle Sasha, and then last week they did an injury angle with Sasha, and apparently Sasha might actually be hurt.
I think she's been hurt for a while because they keep pulling this off, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So Sasha might not be in the Rumble.
That's too bad.
Let's try and figure this out. Let's do some math here, okay? Let's say we have the 5, okay? Let's put in Dana Brooke.
Fair.
Let's bring back Naomi, Ruby Riott, and Nia Jax.
Okay.
Okay, they've been off for a while. They're going to be in this thing. Let's put Lana and Liv Morgan in this thing to continue their story.
Makes sense, yeah.
Okay. That is...
I have 6.
6 of the 25 that we need.
Yeah, we'll get there one day.
Who else is there?
Well, you have Fire and Desire, right?
Okay, Mandy and Sonya.
They'll definitely be in it for sure.
Okay.
Iconics.
The Iconics, where have they been? There's 10 people right there. We got our 10. We need 15 more.
Oof. NXT. We need NXT people.
NXT. Bianca Belair.
All right.
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Toni Storm.
Sure.
Kaylee Ray. She's in Houston. Why not?
Yeah, Mia Yim then too, right?
Mia Yim. Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, she's the odds-on favorite, right? So yes.
Okay. Who else is in NXT? Io Shirai. Kyra Zane. We didn't talk about Kyra Zane. She wrestled on Raw this week. She'll probably be in the Rumble. Kyra Zane.
Candice.
Who?
Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae. There you go. And give me one more from NXT.
That Blackheart. She just debuted.
Yeah,
recently.
Shotzi Blackheart.
She's got a good look.
Okay. Now we have 25 people that we just got through. We need 5 more. And that's where we can get to the legends. That's where we can get to maybe Michelle McCool, Lita.
Lita's in great shape, by the way. I don't know if you've seen recent photos, but
no.
Great shape.
I mean, how funny would it be to see Edge and Lita both in Royal Rumbles in 2020?
I think if Beth Phoenix was in the Rumble, that'd be even funnier. But
yeah, well, maybe she will be.
She'll be on the panel, no?
Well, she could be in the Rumble, too.
I wouldn't mind it.
So 5 people there. We kind of narrowed it down to, like, mystery 5, you know? Could be anybody. Could be Lita. Could be Michelle McCool. Could be Layla. Could be, what's her name? She's a Gracie now.
Oh, Eve Torres?
Eve Torres. Right?
Yeah, Alundra Blaze. Yeah.
Alundra Blaze.
There's a lot when you think about it.
AJ Lee?
No.
The Bella Twins.
Maybe Brie. I don't know about Nikki, though.
Maybe Brie. Maybe Brie. You know? Maybe...
Brie will be there anyways, right?
CM Punk won't be in the men's Rumble, right?
I don't think CM Punk will be in Texas whatsoever. So.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be even in the building. And I don't think his wife, AJ Lee, is going to be in the women's Rumble either, even though everybody would like to see them both return, but they won't.
What about Paige, though?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think it's a lot of rumor right now. I don't think she's going to be in the Rumble. I think the big returns really in the Rumble are going to be like people we haven't seen for a while that have been injured or whatever. Nia Jax, Ruby Riott, Naomi. I don't think we're going to see anything really shocking in this thing other than Shayna Baszler coming in and winning and then going on to face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Do we see Ronda in the Rumble? Could Ronda Rousey come back in the Rumble, win the Rumble, and then she goes on to face Becky?
Is she not pregnant yet?
I don't think so.
Wow. Okay. Well, if she's not pregnant, yeah, it's very possible.
She hasn't announced that she's pregnant. She did say she was leaving wrestling to go and have babies, and then she put out some tweets that she said she was buying pregnancy tests, but that was months and months ago. She would be showing by now, so I don't think she's pregnant unless she's, hidden and no one's taking pictures of her. But as far as I've heard, she's not pregnant, so she could be in the Royal Rumble.
I think that would take away, though, from Shayna winning, because everyone would expect Ronda to win. They'd want Ronda to wrestle Becky at WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, if Ronda's in it, I don't even know if Shayna shows up in the match.
Right.
But I think, if Ronda's not in it, Shayna for sure wins. But if Ronda shows up, all bets are off.
My bet would still go with Shayna right now. I don't think Ronda's going to be in this.
Give me a long shot winner. If we're both saying Shayna's going to win, give me a long shot that you think has a chance. I'd say Ronda. I'd say there's a shot that Ronda shows up, takes the whole thing.
Well, I think Charlotte's always got a chance. But it's still a long shot, though, unfortunately. It's
guess.
Crazy, though, when you think about it.
Who's your long shot winner for the men's Rumble? Kevin Owens?
Unfortunately, yeah. He should be the sure bet, but unfortunately he's a long shot.
Mine's John Cena.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. Should be Undertaker, but oh well.
Boo. No more Undertaker. Unless he decides, okay, this is the retirement match here with Brock. It's over after this.
Actually, not with Brock. Think about it. With The Fiend, it would make a lot of sense.
Ugh.
Oh, you're seeing it too now. It's
good.
The
match would be so bad. Please no. Unnecessary. Okay, The Fiend's going to wrestle Bryan. He's going to win there. Becky Lynch is going to wrestle Asuka, defending the Raw Championship. I think Becky's going to retain here. She's going to get her revenge from Asuka, and then she's going to move on to WrestleMania for a big match, probably against Shayna. Get some revenge for Survivor Series. Shayna beat Becky at Survivor Series in that triple threat with Bayley. I think Becky's going to get revenge at Mania for that. And here, this match with Asuka is revenge for last year's Royal Rumble when Asuka beat Becky. So, which was kind of crazy because Asuka beat Becky, and then Becky entered the Rumble and wound up winning. But this is kind of full circle. Asuka challenging Becky for the Raw Championship. I think this match should be great, but I like Becky to win.
I like Becky to win and with a tap out because Asuka made her tap out last year. So now you have to return the favor.
Has anyone ever made Asuka tap?
I don't think so.
Oh, Charlotte. Didn't Charlotte?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, she
with
did.
With the figure eight? Yeah.
I thought it was a pin, but actually it was a tap.
Yeah, it was a tap. Yeah. So she could tap. It's possible. Roman Reigns versus King Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match. I think this is Roman's win on the Rumble night. I don't think he's going to win the Rumble match, but I do think he beats King Corbin. And, it's the beginning of his run up to Mania to face the Fiend.
I say give him everything.
So you're going to give him this match and the Rumble?
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Shorty G is wrestling Sheamus. Why?
That's crazy. I can't believe, this is not pre-show? It's on the main show?
Apparently it's on the main show. It could be bumped, but so far it's on the main show. Listed anyways.
So what, going to be a 2-minute match? This is Sheamus' return. He hasn't even really done anything on television except just come in and bro kick people, so... Wow, he's just going to squash them. It's sad, too, because Shorty G shouldn't get squashed, but... And he finally makes pay-per-view, and he gets squashed.
Yep.
Sad. Very sad.
Yep. That's what's going to happen. Brogue kick, 1, 2, 3. Sheamus wins. Bayley defending the SmackDown Championship against Lacey Evans. This could be Lacey's time.
It could be. I feel like they might drag this a bit, but I think Lacey eventually will be the SmackDown champ.
I think Lacey's taking it here.
Okay, wow.
I think this is it. It's been a long time coming for Lacey. They've been pushing her strong. This is the kind of build to Mania, and I think they're going to build Lacey as a champion going into Mania.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a DQ finish, though.
And then we stretch it to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. But I think Lacey wins here. Andrade defending the U.S. title against Humberto Carrillo. Andrade and Rey Mysterio had an incredible ladder match on Raw this week. My goodness, when Rey dropped from the suspended belt down into the ring, took that bump, it looked like he was rattled in a major way. He didn't even sell. Andrade sold for some reason.
Yep.
Big miscommunication, mistiming of that move. Rey looked like he got seriously hurt. I think he's okay. He's still supposed to be in the Rumble, so, we'll wait and see. But that match was brutal. It was fantastic. Match of the week. I think Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, that Rey Mysterio Andrade match stole the week, right?
I think some people look at it and say, well, it's kind of a mess, too, as well, because that wasn't what was supposed to happen. So some people would take away from that. But I enjoy it. I still think it's great because I appreciate the effort, and that's very dangerous to put your body on the line like that. To me, it doesn't matter if you screw up like that because, wow, I can't believe you put your body on the line for that.
And Ray is still doing this after he's put his body through so much over the years, still putting on a match that caliber, a ladder match. It's nuts. It's crazy.
I just like one of the lines, I think it was Joseph said, like, oh, this reminds us of the classic match he had with Eddie Guerrero that everyone remembers, the ladder match. I'm like, well.
That was Rob Van Dam.
No,
Eddie. The ladder match that everybody remembers where Where's Vicky?
Well, that's why everyone remembers it. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not because of the match. It's because Where's Vicky?
Yeah, because Vicky was supposed to show up and stop Eddie from winning the match, but then she didn't show up, so everybody remembers Eddie at the top of the ladder in that match yelling, "Where's Vicky? Where the F is Vicky?" Like really mad that Vicky wasn't there, and it was very obvious something wasn't going correctly there.
Yep. That was
good match, though. It was a good match.
It was good.
That was over the rights to Dominic.
It was.
That was the I'm Your Papi storyline.
That was the end of the story, too.
Yeah. Dominic's adoption rights were suspended above the ring.
Custody papers.
Custody papers. And if Eddie won the ladder match, he gained legal custody of Dominic.
Yeah.
But, of course, Ray, who is his real father, he won the match, so he got custody. Because Vicky, Eddie's own wife, was like, "Eddie, what are you doing? You've taken this too far." Well, she was supposed to do that anyways. She showed up eventually, but it was a little late.
It happens.
Where's Vicky?
Yeah, I'll never forget that. But that's what makes that match a classic.
Well, that's what people remember about it. You know, the rest of the match was really good too. It wasn't their best match. You know, their Halloween Havoc thing was incredible. But Ray still doing it. You know, I mean, we're talking about a guy, Eddie Guerrero, who's had classic matches with. How long has Eddie, been passed away? And look at Ray. He's still alive, and he's kicking ass having these incredible matches. Ray's had some of his greatest matches with dead guys, and he's alive at the top of the game. Now, of course, Eddie passed away way, way, way before his time for obvious reasons. But, still, just the generation that Ray is from, nobody's around from that generation anymore, except for, Le Champion, AEW, Chris Jericho. But other than that, it's Ray and Jericho, and then nobody else is really around from that era. Big Show, I guess, once in a while.
I was going to say Big Show. That's about it.
Cain once in a while, but, those are the only guys. Taker every, few months, but Ray's the only guy on a week-in, week-out basis that's on Raw that's from the era that could say he worked in WCW. Anybody else on Raw work for WCW?
Just Big Show, I think. And I guess Paul Heyman.
Yeah, okay. Heyman doesn't wrestle. But, I'm looking at the roster right now. I'm looking at, Seth Rollins, the AOP, Buddy Murphy, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Viking Raiders. They didn't work for WCW. They were kids when WCW was going around. AJ Styles briefly worked for WCW. Brock Lesnar didn't work for WCW. Aleister Black didn't work for WCW. Becky Lynch, Kyra Zane, Eric Rowan, Matt Hardy. None of these guys work for WCW, brother. But Rey Mysterio did because he's from a bygone era, and he's a living legend, and he's still putting his body on the line. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, by the way, new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Surprising. I didn't think they beat the Viking Raiders.
I did not think that would happen either.
Thought AOP would eventually do it, but nope. They did, especially the Raw right before pay-per-view. Wouldn't expect a title change, but okay. Sure.
I kind of like them as the tag team champions.
Well, it's different. Again, it's nice when you can surprise the audience like that. Just now, what's going to happen? I guess we're going to see them against Joe and Kevin. I guess that's what the feud is going to be going forward.
For the titles?
Yeah, I think so. Because they're trying to build, I think, Joe and Kevin as a team, and now they have a reason to team.
I suppose. I like them as a tag team, though, Buddy and Seth. I think they're a good little tag team. I like that match against the Viking Raiders.
I like the surprise, mainly. I actually fell asleep the first time and I had to wake up the next day, so I don't know if it was that great of a match.
All right. Well, it's new tag team champions there on Raw. Anything else here on this Rumble show we need to get to? Now we've covered the Royal Rumble. Let's go over to the new tag team champions in AEW. Kenneth Omega and Adam, the Hangman Page, they beat SCU this week in the opening match on the Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea Part 2, the Jericho Cruise. Le Champion on the high seas. They're on a cruise, and they taped the AEW Dynamite show from the cruise this week. Kenny Omega and Hangman Page beat Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. Hangman hitting the buckshot lariat on Frankie for the 1-2-3, and we have the first ever title change in AEW. Hangman and Kenny, tag team champions. Not expected.
Thought it would be the Bucks, huh? No.
Everybody thought it would be the Bucks. Even Hangman was like backstage with Kenny, and he was celebrating. Then the Bucks showed up to celebrate with them, and Hangman's like all drunk, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess you guys thought you'd be the tag team champions before us, huh? And I like the story, you know, where Hangman and Kenny get along, but they're kind of conflicted. You know, they don't really fully get along, and Kenny's definitely still with the Bucks, and Hangman seems to want nothing to do with the Young Bucks or any of the other members of the Elite. Cody, nobody. Hangman is on his own, and he's been putting this tag team with Kenny, and they win matches, and it's working, but he's still kind of not into it. I think it's a great story. I love that they're the tag team champions right now. If you would have asked me, you know, is Kenny Omega going to be AEW champion or AEW tag team champion first? I would say he'd be the world champion before tag team champion. I'm surprised that he's the tag team champion right now, but I think Hangman and Kenny are an awesome tag team. The thing that they do with the You Can't Escape and the moonsault and then the other moonsault, that whole sequence that they have is beautiful. I think that's great. I think they're a great team, and I'm happy that we saw a tag team title change. I like SCU, but they're not that over right now, and it's time to move along. You know, you got to keep it moving. You got to put those tag team titles on a team that is hot, a team that people care to watch, and I don't think SCU is really that team right now.
I think you're right, because they've been building this Hangman and Kenny thing. You thought they were going to break up, but they actually were able to work together to get all the way to the tag team titles. So now it's like, okay, how far can they take this? And now it seems like they're probably going to face the Bucks at the pay-per-view. So now there's going to be a huge conflict. It's like, oh, can Kenny wrestle the Bucks? Is there going to be like he's going to have fallen out with the Elite or not? I think that's going to be the huge story going forward, and I think people want to see that because it's going to be a great match.
And I think that match is going to happen. Do you think that's the match for Revolution?
Oh, yeah, without question.
Makes sense, right? Kenny and Hangman versus the Bucks for the tag team titles at Revolution coming up at the end of February. We do know what the main event of that show will be. It will be Le Champion, Chris Jericho, defending the AEW World title against the new #1 contender, Jon Moxley. Moxley winds up beating Pac after his Death Rider DDT to become the new #1 contender for Chris Jericho. Good match. I like the Moxley-Pac match in the main event of AEW this week.
The only problem I had was that Pac lost to a guy who had one eye, pretty much. And it's like,
right.
That's kind of rough.
Yeah, Moxley was wearing like an eye patch type deal the whole time.
He was bleeding, too.
And Pac is supposed to be one of the top guys in AEW, and he lost to a one-eyed Moxley.
Well, they just pushed Moxley like crazy, and it's like, wow, no one can beat Moxley. And I tweeted that afterwards. It's like, well, now Moxley's unbeatable. I mean, Jericho, you're screwed because, like, Moxley can beat anybody, apparently.
And I definitely feel like Jericho should remain Le Champion for a while, and I'm a big Jericho fan, and I don't know about Jon Moxley as the world champion, especially when he's a mid-level champion in New Japan as the IWGP US champion. You know, should he be the world champion in AEW as a mid-level champion in New Japan? I don't know. He'll probably lose that title to Minoru Suzuki, although I don't know if he's going to lose the title to Minoru Suzuki. So, you know, we'll wait and see what happens February 9th there for the new beginning in Osaka in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But Moxley holding the AEW title right now doesn't really work for me. I think it works for other people. So, you know, it's whatever. It's not a huge complaint that I have. Like, if Moxley does win, I'm not going to be very mad about it. I'll just be like, yeah, he's not as good a champion as Chris Jericho. However, I didn't think they'd give it to Moxley. I now think they'll probably give it to Moxley because I saw Jericho and Fozzy are going out on tour in April and May. So it makes sense if Jericho, you know, end of February drops the title, and then, he sticks around for a month in AEW, and then April and May he's kind of on the road, not in wrestling, because he's on tour with his band. So I don't see Jericho being the AEW champion when he does go on tour in April and May.
Right.
So he's going to have to drop the title before then. It'll probably be at Revolution against Moxley. Like, it would make sense for it to be then. It could happen on Dynamite to someone else or to Moxley.
Maybe.
But it would make sense for it to be Moxley at Revolution. So I am conceding now, Johnny North. I was fighting it for a while, but after seeing that Jericho's going on tour with Fozzy, like, that's official, it's like, okay, well, the writing's on the wall.
But again, like, it might happen later on, though, right? Like, maybe
in March.
Yeah, because I think Double or Nothing's going to happen, right? I think in 2 months afterwards. So maybe he makes it to Double or Nothing. It's very possible. The thing is, they built Moxley so well, where it's like, wow, he's the perfect guy to be Jericho. I mean, can you really build someone up perfectly in 2 more months? I don't know. Like, to me, if Jericho was ever going to lose the championship, it would be to Moxley. Like, I didn't believe to Cody or Darby Allin, but Moxley, yeah, I could believe that.
I think it's going to happen.
We'll wait and see.
I think Kenny was another good option, but now that he's doing this tag team thing with Hangman, I think he's busy. It's just not going to happen. So I think Moxley makes sense. How about Jericho and Proud and Powerful? They beat the Jurassic Express this week. Jericho got the pin on Marco Stunt after hitting him with the Judas Effect. Jake Hager was ringside and took out Luchasaurus in there, making it a 4-on-3 for Jericho's Inner Circle team. I like seeing Jericho and Marco Stunt in there. I know some people didn't like it, but I like Marco Stunt, and I like that he got to wrestle Chris Jericho, and I thought they had a fun little exchange.
I don't mind him wrestling. It's actually fun like that. That'd be amazing to wrestle Marco Stunt. It'd be very, very fun. But
yeah, because he's little, you can toss him around, and he's pretty athletic.
Exactly.
He's good.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just find in terms of the promos, though, it doesn't seem like he gives a crap. I don't know if that's his character, but it just sounds like he doesn't care.
It seems like it's his character.
I know he's 23, so maybe it's just the attitude, but it just sounds like whatever. He doesn't want to even talk almost.
Speaking of not caring, Joey Janela, similar style, just like whatever,
Yeah, but it's not quite the same though.
I thought it was interesting that they put him up against MJF on Dynamite. It was kind of like, oh, these are two of the young stars of AEW going one-on-one. It's not something you see very often in AEW. We're just like, here's one guy that we're pushing. Here's another guy that's getting pushed. Not quite to the same level, but, these are two young guys. Let's see them fight it out. And, yeah, MJF won with the double cross and a pinfall, but there was a distraction from Kip Sabian and Joey Janela's ex-girlfriend, Penelope Ford. They were making out on the ramp, distracting Joey Janela.
I actually got very upset during this match because MJF used the ref, I think it was Audrey Edwards, grabbed her and put her right in front of him, so then Joey Janela couldn't hit him, and then nailed him, right? And Audrey did nothing. I'm like, what the heck? You can just do whatever you want to referees? Like, they don't do anything? And then a fan tweeted back to me saying, like, oh, what do you want her to do? Like, it's the heel, like... And I'm like, well, you can at least threaten like a DQ or something. I know there hasn't been any DQs in AEW, but you can't just let the wrestlers walk over you. I think it's just ridiculous. I also got into it with one of the SmackDown referees, too. I got into it with a lot of refs this week, apparently.
You got into it with a SmackDown referee?
He tweeted to me, like, because I complained to him about the John Morrison Big E match.
Okay.
Because it was Big E going for a spear.
Yeah.
And Morrison was on the apron, and Miz pulled him off right in front of the referee, and the ref did nothing.
Right.
And I just tweeted like, oh, ref does nothing. This is stupid.
You tweeted at the referee?
No, I didn't tweet at the referee. I just put hashtag SmackDown.
Okay.
But the ref found it.
The ref?
The ref, yeah.
Which ref?
Jason Ainers or something like that.
Okay.
And, yeah, he tweeted back at me saying like, oh, I wouldn't cause a DQ because like it was his own guy. If it was Kofi, it'd be different. Thanks for watching. And I was very respectful tweeting back, just saying that I disagree.
You can tell he's mad, though, John. You're so mad.
The sigh, right? Yeah. I disagree, but I appreciate the thanks. But, yeah, I didn't like that because you can't just do that regardless. A manager can't come in there.
You're interfering in the match.
Exactly.
You're helping your guy in a physical way. You can't physically interfere in the match.
Like, I get not calling for the DQ.
But it's pro wrestling, John, and sometimes, you know, the rules don't really matter because, hey, it's just pretending to fight in spandex.
Yeah, but we keep doing that, then what's the point of there being rules, period?
What's the point of anything, man? What's the point of anything? It's still real to me, damn it. It's still real to me.
Anyways, apparently if you complain to refs, people, like, talk back to you. Even the referees talk back to you, so that's fun. I found out this week. That's
wow,
fun.
Johnny North upsetting the real WWE referees on Twitter this week. Fantastic stuff. Well, MJF, you know, he got it this week because Cody Rhodes showed up and he couldn't touch him, but he cut a little promo, and then the Young Bucks, they can touch MJF, so they gave him a double super kick and then tossed him into the pool that was on the deck of the Jericho cruise ship. So that was a fun little moment. I also like Britt Baker and Priscilla Kelly. I like Priscilla Kelly. Is she full-time in AEW now?
I think she still wrestles for MLW.
Oh.
But she's dating Darby Allin.
I think she's married to Darby Allin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's good. She's talented. That match was good. I mean, it wasn't the best match on the card, but it was solid. Like, she's good enough to be in AEW. She's got a look.
Okay.
She can wrestle. Why not? She's married to Darby Allin. Like, Darby Allin's a talent. You would think, hey, why not bring his wife on? You know, why not keep them together, and why not have her as part of your women's division? It's not a very deep division. She had a match with Britt Baker. It was all right. Why not have her on?
Well, I had problems again with this match. We started off like Britt Baker's a heel now, right? But
yeah.
this match, she pretty much wrestled like the face down and out all the whole time.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that too much. JR even said it too, like with Kelly, like her clotheslines, like completely off. And JR even said it, like she needs some work.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, just more experiencing. That's it.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing, you know. I mean, the fact that that was her first or second time on AEW, that's good. But yeah, she just needs a lot of work. That's it.
My only problem with it was Britt Baker. She starts doing a promo after the match. She starts running down Tony Schiavone and talking about how the crowd hates her because she's beautiful. And the promo is really starting to get momentum. And then they cut to commercial.
I thought she was kind of dragging the promo a bit. Like she had the good stuff right away, and then it didn't really matter afterwards.
I don't know.
I agree with JR cutting a commercial, actually.
No, I would have kept going. I thought that Britt Baker promo was going somewhere. Doesn't matter, though, because AEW still beat NXT in the ratings. 871,000 viewers compared to NXT's 769. So AEW beats NXT once again and remains undefeated in the Wednesday Night Wars in 2020.
Which is crazy because it was a tape show, too. They had done it the day before.
Yeah, and the results were out.
Right.
I was seeing spoilers all day. Thanks a lot, Internet.
Well, it happens. Too bad. Like, don't look at the Internet. That's it.
Lance Archer, rumors out there that he may be headed to AEW. He would be a huge pickup for them. He's a great wrestler, a big guy, and I don't think people remember him that much here in North America. He's been in New Japan for a while. He's changed his look. He was Lance Hoyt before, but if he comes back as Lance Archer, I think AEW could package him as a big, tough, scary guy that'd be good for the company.
I think he was always, like, good no matter where he was.
He's better now than he's ever been, though. I'm telling you, watching his work in New Japan, past couple of years, he's been on another level. Remember that match in the New Japan Cup he had with Will Ospreay? Remember that match?
I saw two of them.
Remember those matches?
Yeah, yeah.
Those were incredible.
Yeah, they were great.
Archer brings it. I mean, he's wrestling Will Ospreay, but Archer's very good.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm sure you could have a good match with a lot of guys in AEW that wrestle very similar to Ospreay, so.
Yeah. Good New Japan guy, good talent, Lance Archer. If he goes to AEW, I think that would be a big, big plus for them. Matt Hardy wrestled this week against Eric Rowan on Raw. It was an elaborate squash. Matt Hardy said, I hope you guys enjoy my TV matches. At this rate, there won't be many left. His contract is running out with the WWE. He seems very unhappy with where he's going. There's all sorts of rumors going around with Matt Hardy. Would you like to see him be the leader of the Dark Order? Because I sure would.
Well, it was supposed to be Marty, right?
Marty Scurll. Yeah, but he stayed with Ring of Honor.
Well, I saw the thing.
You see being the elite this week, Marty?
They hired Janela, yeah.
Yeah, Kenny Omega, that was hilarious. Kenny Omega's on the phone, And he's like, yeah, we got Marty on the phone. Yeah, Marty. Okay, we're going to offer you like $1 million a year, and you're going to be an executive vice president, and it's a great deal. And they're like, yeah, Marty. And then he gets off the phone, and the Bucks are really excited. We did it. We signed him, Marty, you know?
Yep.
And they're like, okay, cool. And then he's like, yeah, you know, the villain. And he's like, the villain. He's like, Marty. He signed Marty Skrull. Oh, no, I signed Marty Jannetty. So then, and he's like, I think Hickenbottom was there. So then he calls back, and he has to tell Marty Jannetty he's not getting the contract. But then Shawn Michaels is on the phone, and Kenny's like, yeah, I guess I could be a guest trainer at the PC. I don't know, Shawn. Yeah, I guess. Like he's having this whole long conversation with Shawn Michaels on the phone. That was a great bit on Being the Elite this week. That was really funny.
It was the only good bit, though, I found. Like, usually there's a couple good bits. That was the only good one this week.
It was good enough to make the show worth watching. Like the whole wrong Marty thing.
Yeah.
The wrong Marty bit, and then Kenny talking to Shawn Michaels on the phone bit. That was a good bit. I like that a lot. I was highly entertained. I like AEW. I'd like to see Matt Hardy go join the Dark Order.
To him to be the exalted one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
It would make sense. All right. And that's it, John. We're running out of time. We're overtime once again. When can people see you in the ring?
So it's going to be next Friday for Main Event Wrestling. Check out their website, www.mewwrestling.com. It's going to be at the Astral. I don't know if you know where that place is. It's downtown Montreal. Check out the website, www.mewwrestling.com.
Cool. So for more on that, you can follow him on Twitter and Instagram at North Genesis on Twitter, at Genesis Johnny North on Instagram. You can follow me on all the things at Dave Simon MMA. Check us out during the Royal Rumble for your Royal Rumble watch-along. Catch our live reactions and analysis during the Rumble itself. Go to our website, ringsidereport.net, for more information on that. The link will be there during the Rumble. All you got to do is press play, and we'll be there watching the Rumble, there with you, ringsidereport.net. For more on what we do, go to the website. For everything else, you're on your own. Thank you to everybody helping us out on the radio side, putting everything together, and a big thanks to you for listening and watching. For Johnny North, I am Dave Simon, and this has been Wrestling Uncensored. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.